the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, reigning by master.
You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, reigning
we are live and we are direct. You may not like it, and quite frankly, I if you like it, if you don't like it, it doesn't we are live and we are
But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Obabiasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya or maybe in Kilishi and that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession. You're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want us to listen. I want this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim. Putting the army that we have today, somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason. We are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in, in Damaturu or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that's indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need. That's all they want. So they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated.
ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha sị na ka ha gaa n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe kwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe kwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị aga ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụrụ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ okowa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe wee memiri Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero guzo n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akwụkwọ iguni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọbụla dị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụgo nwa bụ ekekere eluigwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
ise. Good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you this evening to the program here in IPOB, Western Cape, South Africa Media. You are welcome, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, and as you are joining us, I want you to share the program in all the platforms where you belong. Invite your friends, invite your relatives, and everyone that loves freedom, because what we are doing here concerns freedom. As you are joining us, I want you to also like the program. Very important that you like this program. As always, the reason why you should like the program so that other people who does not know about this page may see us and join us whenever we come live. As you can see, we have activated our WhatsApp. We now have lines where you can call during live program, but do not call until I said so, because the line is closed. It's not activated yet. I will put it on and I will tell you when to call during our live program. I want you to save this line, save this number in your phone, and know that any moment from now we will be having live interactions on our live programs where you can call in and then air your opinion on any matter that we are treating or any matter regarding our struggle. You are welcome. This is IPOB. This is what we are talking about. IPOB Western Cape. We are organic. We are not rushing. We are not chasing clouds. We do everything we do here following the due process, because we are here to restore Biafra and we are fanatical about Biafra. The only thing that keeps us alive is Biafra. Whenever we remember that we have to have a job, a duty to restore Biafra, we have the courage to move on. I welcome you, fellow Biafrans, and I bring you greetings from my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Anlia, Western Cape coordinator. I bring you greetings from all the 9 coordinators here in IPOB, Western Cape, IPOB, South Africa, Western Cape, South Africa, because here we have 9 units and 9 coordinators. And also, by the special grace of Chukwu Okike, I bring you greetings from all the executive of IPOB, Western Cape, South Africa Media. These are men of honor, men of dignity, men that are determined to restore Biafra. The only language we hear is Biafra. Any other language, you are on your own. So, in this part of the world, we believe in IPOB code of conduct. because that is the map, that is the compass. IPOB Code of Conduct, if only we followed it, if only we can make a turn today, if only we can listen to the call, to the voice of our leader, the voice of reasoning, and begin to do what IPOB Code of Conduct asks us to be doing, 99% of the problems we have today in IPOB will die in natural death. The reason why we are fighting, the reason why we are struggling, the reason why we are going down day after day, the reason why the spirits is getting cold, the reason why we are drawing cold feet is because the IPOB Code of Conduct is being neglected. Those who are supposed to take care of it has automatically rejected it, and today we are paying the price. But we are still standing here in IPOB Western Cape, despite all the struggle, despite all the stud, despite all the oppositions against us, despite all the opposition, yes, against us, we are standing strong. Thank God for the kind of coordinator that he blessed us with here in IPOB Western Cape, a man of resilience, a man that is determined to restore Biafra in the name of Mazi Innocent earlier. And by the special grace of God, Chukwu has blessed him with coordinators, solid men that understood what it takes to be called a freedom fighter. So as you join us in this page, I want you to remember that here we have nothing against anybody. All we ask you to do is to be real, be truthful, and be a good and a convinced and a serious freedom fighter. As long as you are doing all these things, we are with you. Because this is IPOB Western Cape, South Africa media. Here, we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. For us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of IPOB worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not swayed. Are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape, South Africa media, saying it the way it is. We are not afraid of you, to tell you the truth. Who are you that we should be afraid of you? We are determined to pay the price for freedom. Freedom is not given, but freedom is taken. If you are serious of freedom, you will come out and make a declaration. A freedom fighter does not speak with both sides of his mouth. A freedom fighter stands on one thing, freedom. That is why for us here in IPOB Western Cape, South Africa, it is freedom or no freedom. It is freedom or freedom for us. It is Biafra or Biafra for us. We have no second options. The only option we have is Biafra. For us, like I said already, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever and ever and ever, until Chukwu Abiyama determines to end the world, which I know is not going to be possible. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am the host, And by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama Pụrụ Ihe Niile, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. That is who I am. So if you are looking for me, that is where to find me. We are moving, we are not looking back, and we are not afraid of anything. Before we come out, we have searched our souls and we determined that one thing must kill a man. And for us, it is better for us to die standing on our feet, just like our leader already said, than to live 1,000 years kneeling down before our enemies. God forbid. What is life without freedom? What is life without freedom? Life is nothing without freedom. Life is useless. What defines life is freedom. That is why it is not given, but it is taken. If you know what freedom entails, you will stop all these things you are doing, thinking that we are here to play. We are not here to play. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in DSS dungeon to play. It is a serious business. This is 2 years and 6 months since our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Since then, he has never seen his wife. He has never touched his children. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never have anything that he wanted. His life depends totally on those who have kidnapped him and dumped him wherever he is today. That is the price of freedom. So you that is free moving about, you that have access to the internet, all you do is come and gossip, do all manner of nonsense, and now you think that life revolves around you. No. Life revolves around freedom. That which you have today is not, that you think is freedom, is never freedom. Until we restore Biafra, we will never taste true freedom. Because in freedom, in Biafra, everything is complete. Remember, we are already counting down to our leader's release. The last program I made here, I was able to lead you through the tweets by Barrister Ejimako explaining the deep details about the situation, about the position our leader is standing today in this predicament that he is into. I explained to you everything according to Barrister Ejimako, telling you that there is nothing that is keeping our leader there. The only thing that is keeping our leader there is lawlessness, because Nigeria as a zoo is a lawless country. That is the only thing that is keeping our leader there. There is nothing, there is no charges, no crime, nothing that is keeping our leader wherever he is today. So I want you to know that we hope and we believe that come 15th of December 2023, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom unconditionally, because there is nothing that Nigeria could use to trap him down anymore. The rope has broken, the chain has fallen off. Our leader is as good as free man. The only thing that is still keeping our leader wherever he is today is time. Is time. I don't believe those who said there are some Igbo politicians who does not want we know all these things. We know. But time ndị Igbo si na onye ji ihe nwata wenye aka enu akala owu ya eme gịnị owotuo ya. I think it has come to that time. It has come. That time has come when all the hands, all the chain that is binding our leader, is time for them to fall off. And 15th of December is going to be a day for celebration. So if you have not bought your own celebration, whatever you want to use to celebrate his freedom, I encourage you to do so today. For me, I am prepared to celebrate his release. I am prepared to celebrate his freedom, because there is nothing that is keeping him there. Anything that you see that is keeping him there is just time. 15th of December is around the corner. It's just around the corner here. So I want you to continue to pray and believe. Continue to pray and believe. Just as the Christian people will say, watch and pray. Watch and pray. So I want you to watch and pray for our leader. Pray that Chukwuemeka Abbiama will keep him alive. Pray that his health will not fail him. Pray that on that day he will come out just as heaven has mandated it. Pray that Chukwuemeka Abbiama in his infinite mercy will reward him abundantly, will reward him with long life, will reward him with good health. Pray that he shall be strong to carry us to the end of this journey, because we are almost there. We are almost there. It's just that you cannot see it. It's just that you are spiritually blind. You cannot see where we are now. We are at the end already. We are almost at the end. So pray that our leader will be coming out on the 15th, so that on that day, our celebration, our joy would have been fulfilled. Our joy would have been full. That all of us will join our voice together and laugh at those who thought that they have broken us. Those who thought that by selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they could destroy Biafran struggle. We shall join our voices together and sing to the praises of Chukwuemeka Abbiama. So I want you to believe with me. Let us join our faith together. Let us continue to believe that it is time. This is time for freedom. This is time for Biafra. Remember that our leader is not just coming out. He's coming out with Biafra. He's coming out with a flag of Biafra. He's coming out with victory. Remember this. So let your joy, let your faith be strong in all these things, so that the power that be, Chukwuemeka Abbiama, will look at your faith and complete that which he has started. And for you, who thought that you can destroy IPOB, I want to tell you something. Our leader said you cannot destroy IPOB, not in a trillion years. IPOB is not an ordinary movement. IPOB is a movement by Chukwuemeka Abbiama. You cannot destroy it. You that is doing everything possible to destroy IPOB. You look down on IPOB Code of Conduct. Look at it. IPOB Code of Conduct. You look down on it. Why did you do so? Because you don't have the spirit that guides Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't believe in the ideology of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't. You have your own selfish interest, you have an ulterior motive joining the struggle. pretending that you are standing with Martin Nnamdi Kanu. That is why today this IPOB code of conduct is useless to you. I want you Biafrans to know, not everyone that's called himself a freedom fighter that is a freedom fighter. Not everyone that identified with IPOB is a true IPOB. There are impostors, there are infiltrators in this struggle. You must know that. You must know that there are people who have ulterior motive, who came into our midst to stabilize us, to infiltrate us, to adulterate us, and all that you can imagine in your mind, in your heart. There are people like that, and there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them, and they are showing their ugly faces. Their ugly faces are rearing up already. They have been hidden. They have been hiding all these years. They have been hiding. But they have started to rear their ugly heads up. Chukwu Okiabiama is exposing them one after another. So anytime you see a man, anybody you see who calls himself IPOB but does not trust in IPOB or believe or follow IPOB code of conduct, my fellow comrade, that person is not IPOB. He's an impostor, he's an infiltrator. He is it's not a hidden thing. You must know that. You must understand that. Because in IPOB code of conduct, we have standard. Onyendu do what? Onyendu set standards. The standard that we must follow if we actually want, or if we are serious about what we are doing. If you are serious
to restore
Sorry for that. So IPOB code of conduct said here, the last page of IPOB code of conduct, which is conclusion. In conclusion, Onyendu said any infraction to the rules contained in this IPOB code of conduct shall attract very severe consequences. All forms of disobedience to order from above or insubordination to constituted authority will form sufficient grounds for instant dismissal. No manner of ill discipline shall be condoned or tolerated. Opposition for the sake of opposition has no place in this Chukwu Okiabiama ordained struggle, and therefore must not guide the thinking and mindset of any committed family member or principal servant of the indigenous people of Biafra at this critical time in our history. What is I trying to say? What are we seeing today everywhere? There are a lot of people in IPOB today who will come and start to attack people for attacking sake. They do not understand what IPOB code of conduct says. They constitute opposition forces and they start to attack their perceived enemies, whether the person is doing it right or not. All they know is that you are an opposition to them and you must be dragged down, you must be brought down to your nails. You can never be allowed to stand. No matter your work, no matter your effort, you are not allowed to stand. You must be pulled down. That is what our leader were looking at when he said that opposition, for the sake of opposition, is not allowed. It shall not and must not and will never be tolerated in this IPOB, in this struggle for restoration of Biafra. But when you go on social media today, what you see is opposition for the sake of opposition. You see people trying to drag other people down. You see people trying to condemn other people, not because what these people are doing is bad, not because these people are not doing it, but because these people does not fall within their camps. Because we have fraction camps here and there. People have formed cliques. And in IPOB Code of Conduct, Onyendu made it very, very clear that sectionalism, groupings, and sectionalism is not allowed in IPOB. We are indigenous people of Biafra, one soul, one body, one spirit. That is what we are. We have no other body but IPOB. So if you are not working in line with these instructions, then you are not a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why in this page we do not condone opposition for the sake of opposition. If we come and talk about you, there is a tangible evidence we have against you. We do not come here just to speak, and we do not make it part of this page, part of this program, talking about individuals every time we come online. We have time to talk about you, and then we move on. That is exactly what we are doing here, because we have a lot. We have our hands full. A lot of things to talk about. A lot is going on. Our people's life is in danger. Our people are being killed day by day in Zoological Republic. Our people's properties are being destroyed. Our people are being chased out of their place of businesses, their shops being locked up. Our people have been going through all series of attack from the Zoological Republic. We have a lot to talk about than to focus on individuals. There are a lot of things we have to say that people do not know, even know that it exists. Is by saying it here that people will know that, oh, does this really happen? Now, the main topic I brought to you this evening is the event that happened in the Zoological Republic in Kaduna, to be precise, this past week. You know, I said it's a karma. You know, when karma is coming, people do not, you forgot. There is this video I watched, this film I watched before in the past. It says, the title is, I Still Remember What You Did Last Summer. That is called karma. Karma has come. Karma is in the zoo. Karma is dealing with the zoo government. But do you know what? The Zoological Republic refused to acknowledge that what is happening to them is out of their evil perpetrated against Biafrans. The killings of Biafrans, the continuous killings of Biafrans, the continuous marginalization of Biafrans, the continuous hostages of Biafra held, all the things that they have been doing against us, that is the karma that they are passing to them. Just the other day in Kaduna State, Nigeria military, we're not talking about Nigeria Air Force, Nigeria military mounted their jets, or whatever they call it, and went straight to the gatherings of those celebrating Muhammad's birthday or whatever, and bomb all of them. The only place that this could happen is in the zoo. This kind of story, you will never hear it in any part of the world. That a military mounted a jet, fighter jet, and bomb their own citizens. You cannot hear it, never. If it is, what's it called? If it is Air Force, you would have said, oh, they are the Air Force. But this is military. What does military have to do with flying fighter jets? In a country that is not at war. Before you carry out such operation in your own land, in your own country, inside your own border, you must define it totally, and you must make sure that it is what it is. Why should you? Let me tell you something. When last did you hear that these guys went to Sambisa Forest, where Boko Haram are, to bomb them? They can never go there. Boko Haram, Sambisa Forest is a place to bomb. Go and be bombing it to that target. It's fine. Anybody you see in Sambisa Forest is a terrorist. Go there and be bombing there. Why are you going to places, villages? Even if there are things like terrorists in the village or around villages, what happened to the military? Are they not supposed to go on ground operation? Ground operation is what is required in such situation, not bombing. You are not at war. It's only in the zoo that government will declare war against its own citizens. And every other zoo animals in the same country will be going about as if nothing happened, because you know the most annoying parts of the Zoological Republic citizens is that until it happens to them personally, directly, they do not talk about it. Even when they are dead, they don't have, there is no access, there is no how you can talk about, because dead person do not talk. It's fine. They are gone. When it happened to us, or when it were happening to us in Biafra land, all of them were clapping for the zoo. Oh. When the zoo were busy killing Biafrans, raising our villages down in the name of looking for ESN, they will go to the village, burn it down. They will be on the air, throwing bomb in directly to the villagers, killing them, and we'll be screaming, we'll be shouting. Why? What is happening? What is happening? These zoo animals, probably one of those people that were bombed last week, one of them will be there wherever he is and be saying, oh, they are terrorists. This here is IPOB, ESN. And what we ask them is, has ESN kidnapped anybody before and taken ransom from anybody? Have you had any news or any testimony from anybody that, oh, the people that kidnapped me, they are ESN? No? Have you heard it before? The answer is no. Have you heard that ESN went to any village, kill people, kidnap people, and take them to the bush? Have you heard it before? The answer is no. Have you heard that ESN has attacked any civilians going about his business before? The answer is no. The only crime that ESN committed is that ESN is going after the terrorists that came into our land to destroy us. The Fulani terrorists. The same people that is in the north, we chase them. ESN managed to chase those barbarians out of our land. That is the anger of these people. That is the anger. That is why they will be on the air, be throwing bomb to our villages, throwing bomb on our villages, killing our old age parents, killing our brothers, killing our sisters, burning down our houses, and chasing our people and putting them in IDP camp. Today, the same thing that they were doing in our land and they are hailing them is the same thing they went to Kaduna and they did it. But do you know the difference between us is that there are northern groups, at least 2 northern groups has come out to speak and condemn this thing that the Nigerian military did in Kaduna just few days ago. How many times have you heard of Haneze, Ndi Oshi, Nandama? Have you ever heard with your ears that Ohaneze Ndo Oshi na Ndama, Ndo Kenya Arụrụ? Have you heard that they condemned the Nigerian military for burning our villages or throwing bomb on our villages? Have you heard it? Instead, they will come out and in the media and encourage Nigerian military to continue to do whatever they are doing. But today, we can see the North. That is why when people talk about these people, you know, we know that everything that is happening in the Zoological Republic is being orchestrated by these Fulanese. But don't take one thing away from them. They do not fail to do what they need to do. Anytime opportunity calls to stand for their people, they did it. They do it. Just in the past, when the late Muhammad Buhari were crying and telling and shouting and calling Jonathan out because he was dealing with Boko Haram, that was the same anger that Muhammad Buhari used to come and deal with us. Did anybody speak? Did Jonathan speak when Buhari was killing his own people? Did you hear Jonathan speak? But when Buhari was not even a president, when Jonathan was the president, when Jonathan was dealing with these terrorists, Buhari has to come out and talk. He reminded Jonathan that these people you are killing are the northern youth. You must be careful, watch it, watch your back. Now, when it is our turn, when Buhari was dealing with us, in fact, since Buhari kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did you hear Jonathan come out and make any statement? The answer is no. You can never see, because in that part of the world, in that Biafra land, all you know how there are docile leaders, idiotic leaders, stupid leaders, stooges, slaves, people that does not have the balls, the impetus to stand before their enemies and speak. But look at what is happening today all over the social media. I will be reading from the news today. The northern elders, the northern groups, the northern politicians, everybody is condemning the act, this terrorism that Nigerian military carried out in what is it called? In northern Kaduna. Now, even Tinubu is feeling the heat. Now, this one is this Vanguard News this evening. Vanguard News. About 6 hours ago. This one is coming from the northern elders. Did you hear it? Northern elders. But when it comes to our turn, you will hear Ohaneze stand with Nigerian military. Ohaneze Ohaneze encourages Nigerian military. That is what you see. But today, look at it. Tinubu's, this is from Vanguard. Tinubu's body language shows he's not interested in security Northern Elders. The Northern Elders Forum said President Bola Tinubu's words, deeds, and body language have shown that the president is not interested in security. A top-placed member of the Northern Elders Forum, Professor Usman Yusuf, made this statement in an interview on Arise Television today, Tuesday. He said, in his words, our president and commander-in-chief, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from his words, deeds, and body language, is not interested in security. All he's interested in is the economy, where the money is, and he's planted his people. Did you hear him? You know, the battle has started. The battle line is drawn. Now, these Fulanis, that is why, you know, these people, they are proactive. They are always ahead. Remember that a few months ago, when their brother was there, none of them complained about how he planted his people in all the posts in the Zoological Republic affairs. None of them. But today, just few months, about 6 months now that this man, Tinubu, is there, he replicated the same thing that their own brother did, the same thing that the past government did. This present government replicated it, following or towing the same paths of Muhammadu Buhari's government. This people have started complaining. Now he reminded you that all he's interested in is the economy, where the money is, and he's planted his people. The battle line is drawn. They know security, banditry, and others appear irritant to him. We don't see the president's hands on with our security. Our military is not supervised by civilian authority. They've gone rogue, dropping bombs on our people, not on Nigerians. You see it? Dropping bombs on our people. When he makes the statement, our people, he is talking about Northerners. He's not talking about Nigerians. He's saying you drop bomb on our people. But what would Ohaneze say? Just like Peter Obi, the useless, idiotic, senseless, docile, mugrish Peter Obi, what did he say about the demolition of his brothers, of his kinsmen, properties in Lagos? He said the properties of Nigerians, because he was afraid to mention properties of Ndi Igbo or properties of Biafrans. Peter Obi couldn't muster the courage to call a spade, hence he termed it properties of Nigerians. Instead of him to say to government of Lagos State, you are destroying the properties of my people, Ndi Igbo. Peter Obi did not have that manhood, that's the strength to make such statements. But here, this Fulani elder said, our military is not supervised by civilian authority. They have gone rogue. Nigerian military has gone rogue long time ago, since the infiltration of Boko Haram the so-called Boko Haram repentant terrorists, Nigerian government, Nigerian military went rogue automatically. You talk about dropping bomb, they have been dropping bomb on our own people, on Ndibo. They have been dropping people, bomb in Anambra. Let me show you one of their stooges. Let me show you, if I still have the video here. I think I'll remove it today. Okay, see here. Look at him.
Actually, I'm bomb 2 times. It's short, almost school on Sodia. Apatam. The next one, I'm going to get a bomb body place. You can know some times that bundle. I won't know them there. When I have war from there. Can I have a lawyer and cause have war from there. 1 week more.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? He didn't just threaten, he carried out the threat. He started dropping bomb on all these designated places he just mentioned. He started dropping bomb on civilians. He started dropping, when you say who are the people? Villagers. People in their community. You heard him said, when I came to bomb them, I stopped. I couldn't carry it out because there are school children there. That is what you see in our land. Rogue governors. This man is a rogue. This man is a criminal. This man is a murderer. This man is an enemy of Ndibo. And with whether he likes it or not, the judgment that Chukwu Gabiama will bring upon him, we shall use it to teach in our school in Biafra. We shall use this whole put of this job. We shall use him as a case study in Biafran schools when Biafra is restored. The kind of thing that will happen to him, it will be like the time Israel restored their country and they have assembled what is called Mossad. Mossad went after all the enemies of the zoo. If you ever killed a Jew, you will be killed by Mossad. No matter where you went, no matter where you are hiding. So do not think that when Biafra is restored, you will run to exile. We shall constitute a security outlet that will go after all the people that killed our people. You can never go free. You can never go free. It only takes time, but it will happen. Cannot bomb our people and you think everything will be fine. With time, time heals. For us, time does not heal. We never heal by time, with time. We never heal with time. You have killed so much, have wasted so much. Look at it. The people that have the interest of their own people in their hearts. Look at how they are crying. Look at how they are screaming. Look at how angered they are. We've been killing our people in hundreds, in droves. Now I continue. We don't see the president's hands on with our security. Our military is not supervised by civilian authority. They've gone rogue, dropping bombs on our people. And they are not answerable to anybody. In the United States, where we copied the presidential system, the military is subordinate to civilian authority. You know the zoo, you know the Fulani, they always want it when they want it. You know these people, they think they're clever. Now, you can see how fast, how spontaneous he is in calling the attention of the president, reminding him that we practice the same system of government, presidential system with America. Now, when these criminals, when they compare, it's an insult to America per se. It's an insult to America to compare their system of governance to that of the zoo. It's an embarrassment. America by now should have either won the zoo or sued the zoo for running them down, because those who who have not known or researched or looked into the system America practice will think that it is true, and they will base it. They will always compare the system of governance, that of the zoo, with that of America, when it is totally barbarous. It is wrong, it is false, and it is nothing to write home about, because there is no connection, there is no comparison there. The zoo practice their own presidential system from another planet, not from this planet. Which system of presidential system does America practice? Can an American president tell that of Washington, what do you call, Ohio, or Maryland, all these states, America, tell them what to do? Will he, from the Washington D.C., be controlling a governor of Maryland, or governor of what are them, all these states in America? I've forgotten them. Can he? The answer is no. Can he control the police? That is another state. That's why they have federal, FBI. They have their military. Police, he doesn't have anything to do with it. So, where did this man got this information he's deceiving people with, that in America practice the same presidential system with Nigeria? No, Nigeria has their own definition of presidential system, not that of America. There is no connection, there is no comparison to that. Is today you're reminding us that the military is subordinate to civilians. The same civilians that the military will lie on the gutter and command him to be rolling, or doing frog jump, beating him, punching him, even end up killing. Is that the same civilian you are saying that is the military is subordinate to him? Can you do that to someone that is subordinate to you? You can't do it. It is the civilians, the Nigerian citizens, that are subordinate to the military in Nigeria, not the other way around. So coming here to the zoo people is why I hate the zoo the most. They always deceive people with every opportunity, every slight opportunity they have. They want to deceive people. Now I continue. He also called for an inquiry into the bomb attack in Kaduna, saying the military cannot investigate itself. His words: whatever the president is planning to do, the military cannot investigate itself. We've had several incidences, and there have been no outcomes. There should be an independent judicial panel headed by a retired CG, probably a Fulani, a former defense chief, traditional rulers, and religious leaders who are interested in protecting the people, he said. Okay. Now, this one is coming from who? From the Northern Elders Forum. Now, let me look for the one that the Northern group said. They are always spontaneous. They don't, you cannot, these people. Now, this is it. This one is from Sahara Reporter. Sahara Reporters says, Northern group calls for sacking of defense chief, army chief, over bombing of civilians in Kaduna. It was gathered that the Muslim worshippers were killed by an area bombardment. The army had said the strikes were targeting terrorists. Did you hear? Do you know the reason why all this noise about this? Because they are Muslims. If it were those Christians in Northern Kaduna, do you think these people will speak? They will never speak. It is not a business. These are infidels. You can slaughter them. You can kill them. You can do anything you want to do with them. It doesn't matter. Their life is useless. They are infidels. The only reason why they are talking about these things, the only reason why you can see this anger, the only reason why all the newspapers in the zoo carried it is because they are Muslim worshippers, Muslim people. That is the anger. These men are not supposed to be killed. It is Christians that is supposed to be murdered or bombed, not Muslims. That is the anger. So don't think that they are doing it because these guys falls in the north. No, they are doing it because these guys are Muslims. Did you doubt me? How many times have they come to condemn the killings of Christians in Kaduna? Have you heard Northern group coming out to condemn the massive killings that is going on, both in the hands of bandits, both in the hands of security terrorists, Nigerian security settings? Have you heard it before? You can never hear it because those men are infidels. Now let us continue. The Arewa Action Group for Good Governance, a Northern group, has called for the immediate resignation of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, a Christian, and the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Labaja, or be sacked by President Tinubu over the bombing of unarmed civilians in Kaduna. Sahara Reporters reported on Monday that the Nigerian military on Sunday killed scores of Muslims celebrating the birthday of Prophet Muhammad in the state. It was gathered that the Muslim worshippers were killed by an aerial bombardment. The army had said the airstrikes were targeting terrorists inside worshipping inside the village. Now let's continue. However, the Arewa group on Tuesday condemned the bombing of unarmed civilians in Tudunbiri, while alleging that the action of the Nigerian army has cast a shadow of the human rights rating of the Nigerian army. Now you know there is a human rights rating. Oh, Okay. The group, in a statement signed by Moses Saleh. Did you hear who signed it? Moses Saleh is supposed to be a Christian, isn't it? Look at how they roll. But when his fellow Christian believer is murdered, you will not hear him signing them. These are the atrocities. These are the impunity going on in the zoo. That is why we tell you that every one of them are all what? All of them are slaves to Fulanis. Nigeria is an Islamic state. A Christian, Moses Saleh, is the one who signed this press release. A Christian. But on daily basis, his fellow Christian worshippers are being killed in the same Kaduna. His group is nowhere to be found. Let us continue. The group, in a statement signed by Moses Saleh and made available to the press, accused the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, of conniving with the Nigerian army to cause havoc in communities in Kaduna State. The group said the Chief of Defense Staff sanctioned the action of Nigerian army without the involvement of the Nigerian Air Force, the service responsible for air operations. Did you hear it? I said it before. How can a military carry out area bombardment? How can a military go in this operation without Air Force? Is it not in the? It's just saying like Air Force are going for land operation without military with them. Is that sensible? Is that how it's supposed to be? It's not how it's supposed to be. But here, look at it. Military carrying out area bombardment without Air Force. Does this sound sensible to you? How could you expect a military man to hit a target with a jet, fighter jet? How could he? He didn't go to school. He didn't go to school to study area bombardment. He could not zero it and understood exactly the target, and he hit it. That is why in our land you see them bombing communities, bombing villages, killing people and tagging them terrorists. The same way they tag these people terrorists. If not that this happened in the north, if this had happened in Biafra land, just as always, they would have said that it is ESN, it is IPOB, they are terrorists. You will hear it, that ends it. Why it is making all this wave is because it is Muslim faithfuls. That is the problem. Not that they are pained. The only pain they have is because it is Muslim faithfuls, not Christians. If they are Christians, nobody's going to talk about it. Now let's continue. The group said the Chief of Defense Staff sanctioned the action of the Nigerian army without the involvement of the Nigerian Air Force, the service responsible for air operations. The statement reads in part, there are questions surrounding the attack by the Nigerian army. Now it's an attack, okay? It is inexcusable that such a blunder could be done. The Nigerian army is an infantry regiment, and even with some air components and capabilities, it is still suspect that they could make they could mistake a group of worshippers for terrorists. Where the place of intelligence? Where is the place of intelligence? Did you hear it? You can only see such things if it is in a sane society. That is where you talk about intelligence gathering. A place like the zoo, it is not about intelligence gathering. You move by what your eyes and your mind is telling you. Whether it is wrong, whether it is right, the deed has been done. It's not your business. I continue. If this wasn't intentional, we wonder what else, because a situation where the Nigerian army would undertake air operations without the involvement of the Nigerian Air Force is suspect. And the result is what is before us. Hundreds of innocent lives has been lost and hundreds of others with varying degrees of injuries. He keep pointing on how could a Nigerian military go into air operation without the involvement of a force, which is a vital point. That is very, very, the point is vital, and the truth must be said. We have every doubt that the action of the Nigerian army is a vendetta mission. There are no two ways about it. On the strength, it happened in a community in Kaduna State where the Chief of Defense Staff hails from. We understood that some intrigues played out regarding his appointment as Chief of Defense Staff. It could be true. Personal vendetta in the zoo. Everything is possible. Maybe he saw the roles these people played when he was appointed. He didn't like it. So now he wants to take a revenge. The revenge is what he just did now. So what this man said is not far from the truth. He may be on personal vendetta. He may do that because he is angry. So he wanted to punish that community because you can see it's a Muslim community. You know, in that part of the world, it's about Muslim and Christian. So the Muslim community may have kicked against his appointments. So he was so angry that he said, okay, I'm going to deal with you people. When time comes, I will deal with you people. Now, look at the result. But I don't know. It's just what this man said. Unfortunately, the Chief of Army Staff allowed himself to be involved in such illegality. If indeed the intent was aimed at, why was the Nigeria Air Force not involved? Why? Another vital point. If you are going for area bombardment or area operation, which is air operation, the people to lead the operation are the Air Force, not the military. So, this is a vital point. Only the defense staff and the army staff will answer the question. I don't know what their name is. There are questions that must have answered. The number of lives wasted because an individual feels entitled to use state power as he deemed necessary is a sad commentary. We call for the sack of the Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Defense and Army Staff. This is unacceptable. Nigeria must not be at the mercy of the security agencies who are constitutionally mandated to protect lives and properties and preserve the country's territorial integrity only when it falls to Muslim. Only in the north. But in the east, they can do whatever they want to do in Biafra land. They can kill in Biafra land. They can bomb in Biafra land. They can destroy the properties in Biafra land. Their constitutional right is to murder our people in Biafra land. Their constitutional right is to raise down our community in Biafra land. Their constitutional mandate is to kidnap or to aid the kidnap of our children, of our young men, of our young women. In our own land, in Biafra land, the constitutional mandate of the military is not to protect lives and property, but to destroy lives and property. Nigeria is a crime scene. Nigeria is a crime scene. Nigeria is the only country where the citizens are being murdered by the same security that's supposed to protect the lives and the properties of the state. When we say we want Biafra, some people do not, I keep saying it, we don't want you to understand it anymore. What we are doing is we are only creating continual, we want to be punctual on creating this awareness. There is no human being existing today that is of adult age that have not come across, that is used to social media, either Twitter, Facebook. If you are a human being living in this world and you have access to your phone and you have access to social media, you cannot say you have never heard about Biafra. You can never say you have never seen the atrocities being committed against Biafra. You have not said you have not heard about the kidnap of our leader and the torture that he went through. You can never say this. Every part of the world, anywhere you go, as long as there is social media, they are aware of Biafra. So this is exactly what we are doing. We are creating more awareness. Not that we expect them to do anything. Why we are doing what we are doing is because it is part of the struggle. We are going to do what you have to do. We are not waiting for you to come and do it. You can see that the Nigerian military has been corrupted. Nigerian military has been infiltrated. Their Nigerian military is more like terrorists than security apparatus. Nigerian military is the one that is protecting, that is shielding these terrorists in our land. They will leave the terrorists, they will go and be bombing the civilians. The terrorists are not hidden. They are there in Sambisa forest. They are there in all the mountains and caves in northern Nigeria, where in some part of Nigeria, there are where bandits are in charge. Let me see if I can get it, the news. Where bandits are controlling, taking taxes from the people, taxing people. People are paying tax for protection and all that. It is happening in the zoo. These are terrorists. These are the main terrorists. What you have to yourself, why Nigerian military could not go after all these people? Just a minute, let me get the news. I'm looking for it. Yeah. Here is it. This is from Daily Daily Post. Daily Post. Bandits have taken over schools in Katsina. Governor Rada laments. This one is coming from the governor. This one now is not coming from agitators. It's not coming from the IPOB. No, this one is coming. Excuse me. This one is coming from the governor of Katsina State. Where is Katsina State? Katsina State is the home state of the former president of Nigeria, the immediate past president of Nigeria, late Muhammadu Buhari. That is where he came from, Katsina State. At least one would have thought that Katsina State should be secured. Katsina State should be rid of terrorists. Katsina State should be a safe haven. But what is happening today? This man said, Governor Omadiko Rada of Katsina State has raised an alarm over the activities of terrorist bandits across the state. Terrorist bandits. I know that it is impossible for these daily mails or whatever they call them to use the words terrorist bandits. They would rather omit the terrorists and write ordinary bandits. Bandits, he will not write terrorists. But when they want to write about IPOB, they will say proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. But when they want to talk about original and proven terrorist movement, they will put bandit. But these men are terrorists. You can hear it from the governor. He raised alarm over the activities of terrorist bandits across the state. Rather lamented that terrorist bandits has taken over some schools in the state. They are in control of some schools, meaning that before your child goes to that school, you are paying school fees to terrorists, not the government. Your children is going to be in that school under the supervision and under the protection of the terrorist bandits. Where are the military? Do they know that there are states where terrorist bandits are in charge, like Katsina State? Why have they not gone after those? Why have they not gone after those terrorists? Why are they going to where civilians are gathering and be bombing them? Now, I continue. He disclosed this at 7th and 8th combined convocation ceremony of the Federal University, Dasuma, Katsina State. Rada said his administration established the Katsina State Community Watch Corps to fight insecurity and ensure a conducive learning environment for students in the state. Despite their activities, the governor vowed to decimate these terrorists because his administration will not relent. This is the first time they use terrorists to qualify this bandit. But before they will say bandit, if they are terrorists, always use terrorists. Don't put bandits. Ordinary definition of terrorists, bandits, they are not terrorists, they are criminals. But in this aspect, these men are terrorists. So when you want to talk about them, when you want to address them as terrorists, which they are. Not when you want to address IPOB, you will address us as terrorists. No. According to Rada, I continue, there is no education without security. Many of our frontline local government areas have had their schools closed due to banditry, and in some cases, schools has become dens for bandits. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Fellow Biafrans and lovers, did you hear it? It has got to the extent where the schools are permanently closed. Schools are permanently closed in the north, in Katsina State, where late Muhammad Buhari came from. Schools. Some local governments have shut their schools because of this terrorist. What you will ask yourself, all this terrorist military in our land doing show of force, carrying a more tanker up and down, shooting on terrorists, shooting on civilians. Why are they not going after these terrorists? This at least there is no place in our land that you can point and say, yes, this local government, IPOB is in charge, is controlling it. There is no place. But in this aspect, this governor has come out to tell you that bandits are in charge of some schools, and in schools some schools are permanently shut, closed indefinitely. And some schools has been turned to banditry, dens of bandits, meaning that in some schools in the north, bandits is staying there permanently. They are now occupiers of that place, of the schools. They and their families. That is where to bomb if you want to bomb. That is where this military that went to bomb civilians in Kaduna State, that is where they should have gone to bomb. I continue. My administration has made out of school children a main priority, and we will continue to work with all partners to reduce the numbers. We will also work with religious schools to provide academic tools for students in a bid to prepare them for the world ahead. That is your business. If you want to send them to an elementary school, if they like, let them go to an elementary school. It's not my business. It can never be the business of the Biafrans. All we are saying is that when you ask us why we are doing what we are doing, this is the reason we are doing what we are doing. When you ask us why do we want Biafra, we want Biafra because we want to be in a land where we are sure that our children, our kinsmen, our fathers and our mothers, our sisters and our brothers are protected even in our absence. We don't want to belong to a country where they will be dropping bombs on our people, where they will be killing our people without looking back. We do not want to belong to that country that takes pride in shedding the blood of its own citizens. We do not want to belong to that country that will use a man or a military or a politician will, out of personal vendetta, destroy, kill his perceived enemies without looking back. This is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Biafra. This is the reason why Mazi Ebuchi is fighting for Biafra. This is why all the genuine IPOB you see today are fighting for Biafra. This is the reason why men are paying with their lives, the ultimate price. This is the reason why the lives of our leader, Oyeduma Kanu, is in jail today. This is the reason why some comrades, thousands of them, are in jail, because they want to have a country where they will be safe, where their properties will be safe, where their children will be safe, where their mothers, their fathers, and everyone, all their loved ones will be saved. We don't want to belong to Nigeria. We do not wish to continue with Nigeria. Nigeria killed over 7 million of us, up to date, Nigerians and their leaders has not come to apologize. And when we talk, they will remind us that we seceded. We don't want to belong to that country that takes pride in wasting the blood of its own citizens. God forbid that we belong to such country. God forbid that we be part of such country that takes pride in destroying its own youth, her own youth, making their mothers, their parents childless. We don't want to belong to that country that makes children motherless, that makes children fatherless, makes husbands widowers, makes women widows. We do not want to belong to that country that you wake up in the morning to go out to look for what to eat. On your way, you will be killed by the same person that's supposed to protect your life. This is the reason we are looking for Biafra. This is the reason why we shall continue to look for Biafra. And this is the reason why Biafra shall be restored. And nothing can stop it. So those demons that is in our midst, I came across something that blew my mind. And when I saw it, I looked at it, I said, wow, is it possible? Okay, let me bring up this video. Okay, yeah. Hey, I was supposed to play this video. This video of
Bola Tinubu is traveling on a very dangerous.
Come on, get out here. This video is the video that I wanted to use to cap the what happened in Kaduna. Listen to this.
The thing happened around 9:30 in the night. So we have seen the aeroplane going without light. So we are making maulid in the night, and we are many with our children, our people. We just invite so many people in the place, and we just see the aeroplane. So the aeroplane has through the bomb 2 times. The first one have killed many people, and we just go around, we just pass away, and within few time we come back. We are trying to gather our people, those who are looking for the first aid, and then the aeroplane come back again and threw the bomb again. They have killed almost 90-something people, and so many people are pieces, and some people are single. We just gathered yesterday in the morning, but we have almost 69 patients. We are together in this hospital. So we are calling the government to assist us, because we don't have something that we are going to protect ourselves. There's no bonding.
So bonding is not a disturber now?
So before this time, bonding are serving us, because they have crossed they used to cross the river and contact us to kill us. So we are doing our weeding, our weeding and rearing. Only what we are facing, what we are looking for. You understand? That is the source of our food. Weeding and rearing. And apart from that one, there is no anyone.
Sorry if you did not he's an Hausa man or whatever, but you may not understand. But what he's trying to say, he was trying to tell you the experience, what they experienced on that day, that we are in whatever they are doing, whether at night when the plane came and dropped the first bomb, and they killed about almost 70 or 80 people. So they were trying to help those who survived, and they came back and dropped the second one. That one pieces everybody. So he was a survivor. He was there. He survived the bomb. So this the interviewer asked him, okay, does it mean that bandit does not disturb the people? He said, yeah, bandit disturb them, but bandit does not stay in their village. Bandits come across the river. When they want to attack them, they will cross the river and come. After attacking them, they will go back. So what you should ask, the question you should be asking yourself is, what was the job of Nigerian military? Is it not for them to wait for the bandits or look for the bandits wherever they come from, or wait for the moment when bandits will come from across the river to attack this, but rather they chose to commit that crime. So that is by the way. Now I want to show you something that is shocking to me. When we talk about the hate we have as Biafrans, Easterners in Nigeria, some of our people are still, they don't understand. You see these people you call your fellow Nigerians, they hate you. All they wish for you is death, nothing more. And that is why when we ask them, you don't want us. Why are you keeping us? Why do you want to keep us when you don't necessarily want us to be part of you? This one is not coming from a politician. This one is not coming from Tinubu. This one is not coming from Fani Kayode. This one is not coming from a military man. This is coming from the same person, your fellow civilian, your fellow citizen, somebody who should be feeling what you are feeling. This is what they have for you as an Easterner, as an Igbo person, as a Biafran person. Listen.
He wants to still remain in power in Lagos State. They need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners, coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging. To say that I'm not hungry is just, I'm just kidding myself. I've not been able to sleep. I've not been able to do anything. I've been awake all morning and I'm still going to work today. This is totally uncalled for. And we really need to check this. If APC wants to still remain in power in Lagos State, they need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners, coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging.
Let me play it again. Maybe you didn't hear well. Maybe you are still trying to process it. Let me repeat it.
He wants to still remain in power in Lagos State. They need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners, coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging. To say that I'm not hungry is just, I'm just kidding myself. I've not been able to sleep. I've not been able to do anything. I've been awake all morning and I'm still going to work today. This is totally uncalled for. And we really need to check this. If APC wants to still remain in power in Lagos State, they need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners, coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging.
Now, that lady is a Yoruba lady. You know, when it comes to the zoo, you know what? You know, in this page, in this IPOB Western Cape social media, we are here to speak the truth. We don't care. Whatever the cost of the truth we speak is fine. We are here to speak the truth. Let me tell you something. From my own observation, observation point, I have looked into the Zoological Republic and I said, When it comes to the zoo, I don't want to include those in, okay, let me just say, when it comes to the zoo, who hates Biafrans? The Easterners, excuse me, as she put it, hates Biafrans, the Easterners the most. Listen, when she's talking about Easterners, he's talking about you from Calabar, you from Ejo, you from Urobo, you from Bayelsa, you from Ishekiri, and other components. In their own assessment, you are either Enyamere or Omuibo. You are the one who knows the difference. They don't know. And they don't care to know. So now, when it comes to this, the ethnic nationalities we have in the zoo, who hate us with everything in them, that who hate us with everything they have. You see these Yoruba people? The Yoruba people hate us more than the Fulani hate us. The Yoruba people hate us more than the Hausa hate us. The Yoruba people hate us more than other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, as it is today, hate us. I observed this and I knew I come out into this conclusion, and nobody can tell, because I have completely analyzed the situations since we joined together as Nigeria and become one. Go and check. They have never hidden, it is open, they play it out. But it is us who failed to understand the actual the signals these guys sent to us. Have you heard, apart from have you heard in the north where after selling land to our people, they will go back and collect it? But go to the west, go to Lagos State and other part of Yoruba land. This lady told you that because of us, because of Easterners, she could not sleep. Our existence makes her or gives her sleepless nights. She could not sleep because of the thoughts of Easterners. Because whenever she remembered that we share the same country with her, whenever she remembered that whenever she remembered our presence in Lagos State and other parts of Yoruba land, she becomes sleepless, she's become agitated, she becomes restless. She could not sleep anymore. She lost her sleep. Hence, she is prescribing that the Yoruba people, the government of the Yoruba people should clip the wings of the Easterners, the wings of the Igbos. That means the ones they are clipping now by bringing down our structures, knocking down up our shops, and doing other things they are doing is not enough for her. The only thing that would give her satisfaction is when they start to attack our people on the street and kill us, but they are coward. They can't do that. They know what we are capable of. So they are using their government to fight us. This lady threatened that if APC does not do anything about this in Lagos State, that they are going to lose their vote. Did you see it? Did you see it? This is supposed to be a fellow Nigerian. But she is here telling you, and 95% of Yoruba people believe and agreed with her points. Whatever you see her say is what other Yoruba people think. But she has the courage to come here and speak. And when you look at that lady, maybe she's not even staying in Nigeria. She may be staying in London or other part of the world, but she wants us, the Easterners, to be, our wings to be clipped. She wants to clip our wings. This is the same Nigeria that you want me to inherit for my children. Eh? In your myopic mind, in your stupidity, you want somebody like me to proudly identify myself as a Nigerian. May Chukwu Abiyama forbid. May Chukwu Abiyama forbid. I am a Biafran. I have no connection with the Yoruba. I have no connection with the Fulani. I have no connection with the Hausa. I have no connection with anything outside Biafra. I am a Biafran and I shall die as a Biafran. By the grace of Chukwu Abiyama, I shall live as a Biafran in Biafra land and I shall inherit it for my children, not Nigeria. Look at her. Because you are succeeding, she is having a sleepless night. She could not sleep because of your progress, because of your successes. She could not sleep. You are giving her a sleepless night. She could not understand. How do you manage to do this? So it doesn't mean that my government cannot clip the wings of these people. If destroying their houses and destroying their businesses is not enough, kill them, go after their lives. I pity those people who are in this struggle, who still have not seen the truth, or who think that they are here for personal vendetta. Because some people think that what they are here to do is to hold a certain position or to defend a certain person or to do this. They fail to understand that what we are doing here is beyond any individual. That is why here in IPOB, Western Cape, South Africa Media, we are here to represent Biafra. We're not here to represent any individual. We are here to defend and to represent Biafra. We need our collective efforts. We need unity. We need oneness to restore Biafra. We need all hands on the deck. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, anything you can do for Biafra to be restored, I give you my support. Go ahead, do it. All I need is Biafra. All Mazi Ebuchi need is Biafra. All Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's need is Biafra. Don't give me that bullshit about position, about who you are and who you are not. Don't give me that stupid excuses. All I need is Biafra. If you can go to Tinubu now and drag Biafra out of him, I will support you. Go there. Get it. I give you my support. If I, Mazi Ebuchi, can do the same, all I need is your support. Don't tell me it is not in my hand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after looking at it critically, he said, anything you can do, do it. All I need is Biafra. All I need is Biafra. Even though you have your own way, that is not my way. As long as it's going to get us Biafra, go, get it. But you see those mugus in the name of freedom fighters. You saw a Yoruba lady planning how to clip your wings, planning how to take away everything you have. The same Yoruba lady is saying that she could not sleep because of you. You are coming back to attack your own. You saw how Nigerian military are dropping bombs on citizens, on Nigerian citizens, killing them. You saw how they came into our land on daily basis, killing our people, burning our houses, raising down our villages and communities, aiding and abetting Fulani terrorists, bandits, kidnapping our people. You remember what happened in North Manta? How bones, corpses were discovered in a place where these Fulanis are residing. The other day in Anambra State, over 200 and something corpses were buried on a mass grave. Who are responsible? Nigerian military terrorists. And now listen, someone who's supposed to know better, who calls himself a freedom fighter, but this is IPOB Nigeria, I can assure you, because he has green, white, and green in his profile. IPOB Nigeria. Look at what he wrote. Now, the killings of Nigerian army by Ekperima, Biafra Liberation Army is getting too much. You see? It's getting too much for him. It's not too much. The same people has been killing our people since 1945. The same people has been killing our people since 2014 in Nigeria, when Mazen Kano started IPOB officially. They have been killing us. This useless imposter never came out to tell the Nigerian terrorist army that it's enough, you have killed enough. But listen to him. The killings of Nigerian army by Ekperima, Biafran Liberation Army, is getting too much. I am worried because of our Igbo brothers and sisters that are still serving in Nigerian military. Did you hear? Did you hear his? Chai, this man or this impostor is telling you that the reason why he is worried is because of our sisters and our brothers who are still serving in Nigerian army. But his brothers and his sisters comes down with their fellow Nigerian army and be shooting our people who has no gun, who has no machete, who is going about their businesses, doing their things just because they suspected them to be IPOB. Then if you ask this Mugu now, what is your own advice? What do you want? How do you want us to go about these people? Because in the past, severally, Mazen Kano has called on all of them to resign. Mazen Kano even called them to join ESL. Mazen Kano has told them, stop coming into alliance with the enemies to kill your own people. And the same people insisted, remain in the Nigerian army, coming down to alliance to kill their own fellow kinsmen. And this Mugu is here telling you that we should stop doing what we are doing because of our brothers and our sisters in Nigerian army. Let us continue. The killings is getting out of hand. It is time the leadership do something about it. I told you it's IPOB Nigeria. I told you. Did you hear it? The leadership. Who is their leadership? DOS. This is a supporter of DOS. And this is what Chike doesn't believe. This is what Chinas and Moru believe. This is what Tony Nzurumike believe. This is what Mazi Abanim believe. This is what Isaiah Oba believe. All the terrorists, all the cabas, this is what they believe. That is why he is calling on them to do something about the Ekperima. You know, when they talk about, they say Ekperima, they think you call her someone by Ekperima. No, let me tell you something. You can call someone by anything you want to call him. Simon Ekpa is doing a wonderful job. Read my lips. Simon Ekpa is doing a wonderful job. Without him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been forgotten. That your leadership will not be there will be nowhere speaking from us. As it is now, what are the Chike Dozie after how many months in absence? He came the other day to tell you how 2023 is going to be hell for the zoo. That's what he came to tell you. Is it the first time he said something like that? The answer is no. These men are the cause of our problem today. But Chukwuabiama will deal with them. Listen to him again. The killings is getting out of hands. It is time the leadership do something about it. I mean DOS. We cannot continue folding our hands and allow that thing in Finland to continue by Nigeria army like chicken. This man has more compassion for Nigeria army than his own people. This Mugu here has that soft spot for Nigeria army. You have killed Nigeria army enough of killing Nigeria army. Leave Nigeria army. Allow Nigeria army to kill our people and continue blocking our streets. Allow Nigeria army to continue to kill our youths. Allow Nigeria army to don't attack them. You have killed them enough. The leadership should do something. DOS, what are you doing? Are you not there? They are killing Nigeria army like this. Ask this Mugu, how many ESN people that the same Nigeria army and police has killed? What is the crime of ESN? Their crime is that they are protecting our land. They are protecting our mother. They are protecting our fathers. They are protecting our sisters. They are protecting our uncles. They are protecting everything that we have from the hands of the terrorists. They stop the terrorists from taking over our land, just like they did or they are doing in Kaduna today. But this imbecile, this son of nobody, is Augustina Okechukwu. Is this a woman name or a female name? I don't know. Augustina, as I know, is a female name. Then Okehuku. This is an impostor. Don't be surprised. This thing is not even coming from a Biafran. But whether it's coming from a Biafran or it's coming from impostors, we are going to talk about it. Now, at least for the sake of our brothers and sisters from Biafra, from Biafran land that are still serving in there, we should stop Ekperima, Biafran Liberation Army now. As at today, they have wasted many Nigeria army in Anambra State. And I am very optimistic that our Igbo brothers would be among Simon Liberating Army by today in Anambra State. We don't give a damn. We don't give a shit. If you came into our land to kill us, to kill Biafrans, the spirit of Biafra will go after you and will drink your blood. If you came into our land with the intention to kill us, to stop what we are doing, to stop the agitation of Biafra restoration, the spirit of Biafra will come after you and you will go in body bags. We do not have pity for terrorists. We do not have pity for the enemies of Biafrans. We do not have pity for those who kidnap Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We do not have pity for those who continuously, protecting and enabling terrorists in our land. We can never feel pity for them. All we have for them, all we wish them is death. All we wish them is that they should never sleep. They should sleep and never wake up. If there is anything that is greater than the gun, that is what we should use to make sure that these terrorists never wake up in the tomorrow to come and to kill our people again. We hold the life of our people so dear. We hold the life of our people. We love our people. We don't want them to continue dying in the hands of the terrorist Nigerian government. So those who have pity for Nigerian government should relocate to Nigeria and stay with them. The same people kidnap your leader. And they are willing, they are ready to kill everybody for them to sustain their grip on you. And you are here talking about those who have sold themselves. I thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, for joining me in this program this evening. Indeed, it's explosive. Indeed, we have learned enough and then lots from this evening. I want you to remember one thing, and you must go home with it. We are not fighting Biafra so that we will allow enemies to overrun us. We are not fighting Biafra so that we will kill ourselves. We are not fighting for Biafra so that we will be relegated to background. No. The reason why we are fighting for Biafra is that we may live. The reason we are fighting for Biafra is that we may live, that our children may live, that our wives may live, that our husbands may live. The reason why we are fighting for Biafra is that we may protect that land that Chukwu Okike Abịama gave to us. The reason we are fighting for Biafra is that so that we may worship Chukwu Okike Abịama the way He wants us to worship Him in our own land. We do not want to live like the Hausas. We don't want to be like them, a forgotten people. We want to remain that people, the Biafran people. We want to go back to the way that we were before the coming of Lugard and his people. We do not want to be at the mercy of these Fulanis. This is the reason why we want Biafra. If you are with me, come, let us go and get Biafra. If you believe me, come, let us go and get Biafra. Even it means using the last drop of our blood, let us go. If this is the only thing we could achieve, it is enough. Freedom is the ultimate. Freedom is the best. Freedom is a gift from Chukwu Okike Abịama and should not be taken away from you. Whatever you can do to regain your freedom, do it. Whatever you can do to get Biafra, do it, because that is the freedom. I thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, for joining me in this journey this evening here in IPOB Western Cape South African Media. I continue to remind you that in a few weeks, in 15 days, today is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In 9 days' time, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to Supreme Court to regain his freedom in 9 days' time. in 1 week, 3 days. He's coming. Are you ready to receive him? Are you ready to receive Onyendu? Are you ready to receive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Have you put your house in order? Chikedozie Chinasa Nwoshi, all the cabas. Are you not aware that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out on the 15th of December in 9 days' time? Have you fixed everything, all the things you spot? Have you fixed everything that you have destroyed? As for me, as for us here in IPOB, Western Cape, South Africa, we are always ready. And we are going to be alive to receive our leader back into our midst. From me, Muchineke, from here, it is good night.